Hello everybody, good day, welcome back to the channel. I've got a really interesting video for you. This is all about 7-star champions. Now the CTP have access to these particular champions at the moment, and let's face it, on Monday you're going to get an opportunity yourself to get a 7-star champion, maybe 2, maybe even 3, maybe even 4, and obviously those big whales out there maybe have access to a lot more. Now for some reason, I don't know why at the point of recording this video, there's some champions I want to cover and I can't because, I don't know, kabam reasons, kabam stuff not working, kabam. But there's still a fair few things which I've tabbed up, but like pins or time codes and stuff, what I'm going to be talking about and in what great detail. So one thing that we're going to be talking about first is level up cost, because that is going to be something of a key issue for players. I'm sure people will be interested in the rank up thing, so we'll do like a time code here, or time section, which is first of all rank up cost to get a 7-star champion from rank 1 to a rank 2, and that will be this, which is 4 of your tier 6 class catalyst, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. It's very, very expensive to do that. It's, yeah, I don't know really what to say with it, except for it's like really expensive. Not so bad when it comes to the tier 5 class catalyst, but I think from the top end of the tier 6, it is a bit overkill. But again, that's just down to, I'm sure Command will come up with some data and information to say, no, Richard, you'll find that's incorrect. And I'll be like, yeah, doesn't take away from the fact that as a non-spending player, it's going to take ages for you to access them. Level up cost side of things. That's the crucial thing in this particular segment of what we've got to talk about here. So yeah, of course, these are going to be very expensive. We're going to look at some stats in a minute on that. But yeah, like it is very, very expensive, especially if you're considering like the first few levels in order to get up these particular champions. You can see on screen right now, 473,850 get to level 11. And it's going to break it down for you in a kind of a different way that maybe kind of better to see on screen. It is this as we bring this into shot, and that is a comparison of as follows. So to get a 6-star to rank 1, so, you know, the 25 levels you've got to do, it costs 631,800 gold. For a 7-star, and what I did was I broke this all down here. So like to get it to level 6, it's 200k, 473, 473, and it all adds up to 1,284,660 gold. That is nearly half. Is it nearly half? Yes, it's nearly, it's kind of like, it's like half as much. And is that a case that's fair? Look, gold issues in game are another thing. Is this going to force you into incursions? Probably. A command going to at some point adjust the economy for it. Of course they're going to have to. Have they made inroads? Yes, they have. If you followed my side quest totals, rewards totals video, you'll know that Kabam have added in more gold. Where there was before, in fact, January time, 4.5 million gold. In May, this month's side quest, you can now get up to 7.4 million gold. So that's a 3 million gold bonus. Now, that's not to say that that's kind of like, you know, that's going to be massive. It's going to be great because let's face it, the cost to rank up and level up champions costs a lot more. And let's face it, that doesn't really kind of cover the fact of, yes, Rich, you did say the level up, but you didn't mention about the rank up cost, because the rank up cost as well factors into this, because it's something that I can't see just, yes, I can see. It says right there that the rank up cost is 1 mil. Compared with what you can see right there, the rank up cost being 500k, so 529k. So again, we're kind of like over half with it. So you're having to find a lot more gold for your trouble, which it isn't great really. But as I said, Kabam have made inroads to add more gold, and they will need to add more gold sooner rather than later to get people up to kind of like, you know, grab these champions up to further levels and ranks. Now, what of the unique ability that 7-stars possessed, and that is stat focus. Stat focus I've been playing about with. We've got some footage that will be out at the latter point of this video, and I've kind of hopefully time coded that to like what champion I'm focusing on. I can't do every single champion, and I don't want to make this video a lengthy video focusing on individual champions. I'll be doing that in separate videos, so look out for that very, very soon. But let's have a look at Bishop, for example. As a lot of you know, Bishop is a champion that builds prowess quickly, and when it comes to like stat focus, you can either play about with these particular things. Like as we know, the champion will do meaty crits, so that could be a cool thing. Whether or not you want to get more, I'd say consistent crits will be something that makes you go, well, should I put crit rating in this particular champion on the front foot? The same thing when it comes to critical damage. Do I want to see, you know, bigger yellow numbers? And finally, do I want to just like do more special damage? Which, let's face it, this champion excels at doing some very meaty amounts of special damage. So doing your SP1, SP2, and let's face it, SP2 build-up is kind of like the ideal for this particular champion. Now that gives you an example. A further example would be like, hey, you know, you've got if you've got a 7-star Valkyrie, say, that comes to the game, or a 7-star Massacre, or a champion like Hulkling that has block penetration, pierce as part of its kit or their kit. So you might be like, right, well, I'll go block penetration because that might be something of a better way to amplify your damage. And this is the thing that interests me about the stat focus. And as I've said in previous videos, if command went down the line of this as opposed to relics, I would actually prefer it more. I just think that relics are just kind of like just some kind of weird addition. With this, I like it because it's like, it's cool customization. It's easy to get around rather than having to kind of thoroughly think about relics as an extra thing. And yeah, I just like the concept of this a bit more. If you want to recover health better because you think you're going to be taking damage, then you can have your adrenaline, thing there. It's honestly bothering me saying MSID all the time, but it is what it is with this game. And depending if certain champions like bend into certain factors, like going, okay, well, a new champion comes into the game that if you've got armor penetration or you've got armor rating, they gain some sort of benefit, then you can choose to kind of amplify that and play to the champion's abilities and strengths and make it a little bit more different, or as I said, amplified, improved, statted up, whatever you want to call it. Right, here we go with the footage. First of all, Guillotine 2099. She is doing some alright damage. Look, it's then going to be down to you, like, what you enjoy about Guillotine 2099. I like using other Suicide Masteries. Unfortunately, depends on the situation. If I'm looking to throw an SP2, which, you know, on screen is being thrown right now, there's some good amount of damage right there with the basic hits to a degree. I would say that there's going to be better options. I'm choosing 4 champions in this little recording session. I can't do every single champion, and yeah, I just wanted to choose champions I personally like and I'm passionate about. There's some good degeneration damage if you're able to kind of keep up that quite strong. The important thing to mention is about lifesteal. Hitting medium with a pre-fight does mean that you'll have sustainability if you recoil and want to throw SP1s, which is very important if you want to play into that mastery, and that's something that I wanted to do for this particular video, is just kind of do some Suicide Mastery based champions. Double immunity, lifesteal, handy for against recoil, good amount of damage, and 70. Now do bear in mind it's 170. Say 171 hits, but it's technically 71 hits with this one. It's the high combo side of things. Finish with an SP3 and kind of carry that on can be done, and it just works really well. I think Domino is one of my favorites. Domino, Bishop, and the Overseer are my favorite champions that are 7-star at the moment, or champions that I'd love to get. I do have a 6-star rank 5 version of the Overseer, and that's another story for another video. But yeah, the SP3 damage when you get a critical bleed is nutty. Even more nutty when it comes to the amazing damage from just pulling a heavy attack. And if we're talking here, as 8 heavy attacks to down a champion, a 500k health pool champion. More on that in another video. The thing at the moment is luck. I love, though, the crits, and this is why what you could do is you could do crit damage, and I did actually in the end do crit damage stat focus with Domino, because it just works out quite well, because the champions start doing crits, crit there, crit there, crit there, crit there, so crit damage amplify. You know, it's regularly getting crits. It's just a case of like crit damage. So SP3 time, up to 84 hits, 90 hits, critical. Whoa, you see that? That's nearly 20k. That was 20k on a on those bleed ticks. Fantastic. So if you want to go back and have a look at that, you can do. I'm going to focus more on that in another video. So what we're doing right here is I've got myself the Overseer. So I've just punished a heavy attack that was going to be done at me with an SP3, and now I've got my Cosmic mode, and I'm putting 10k per tick. I think, and just to like, well, that's a good amount of damage as well on the rotation. To give you a bit of context for this one, 73 hits to down with a 7-star. My 6-star did it in 64 hits. Just to kind of like let you know about that one if you're interested in that stat. But yeah, the Overseer there, 7-star, doing some great amount of damage. I take the print screen because I wanted it for something. But yeah, just to kind of clarify that point, yeah, it was 73 hits with a 7-star, 64 with my 6-star rank 5, to give you a bit of context. And look, Bishop, I've got Bishop right here. Bishop is fun. Bishop is very, very fun. So with this one, this isn't a great performance. Like, I could have got this down better, and I really tried, but the AI on the CTP server is ass at times. So trying to get a 40 prowess, it was a bit difficult, but I think I did that. Oh, so close. I should have pushed the button there. 43. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. 43. I think that might have been over 200k. 200k plus the ticks of nearly 7k, 6.7k. You know, incinerates, fantastic. If you're able to time this well and you've got a synergy, which I do have, the Storm Pyramid X, the Nova, I think somebody else as well, Mangog, you can get like some good amount of damage right here. And we're going to put like a little bit of a weaker SB2 in. And I should just punch it just like that. Boom, like that. Oh, look at that Incinerate. Beautiful, man. Love seeing this. So this is the 7-star footage right now. Also, something to quickly mention on this one is that you can see right there, it says special attacks times 4, 104,845. I don't know if that means that was 400k, maybe, don't know. No, biggest hit is 104k, so it must be just like a stackable thing or whatever it is, or some bait. And I did a lot of damage, and that's the point to get to with this. I also gave the stat focus of the prowess because the champion does those special attacks. Now, all footage I recorded today was using Suicide Masteries, and this is just something that on the main server I've got standard ones. On the CTP one I have a different kind of like feel and take of it, and this is just so that I can get like that different extent of damage thresholds that I can't get with the normal one. So these 7 stars as well, you know, are really impressive. We've seen some great footage. There's also going to be some other videos I'm going to put out that look to showcase some really naughty synergies, and I'm talking like 8 heavy attacks with Domino, and we're just incinerating enemies just into oblivion. Like, it's just beautiful. The same thing with Bishop, and we've seen some footage on screen I've just showcased. But yeah, thoroughly enjoy these 7 stars, and looking forward to getting some or one myself. In particular, Domino, Bishop, Guillotine 299, which is a personal favourite of mine. But what are your thoughts on some of these 7 stars, some damages and stuff like that? Thoughts in the comment section down below, and hopefully I don't get overseer because I've just ranked 5 that 6-star. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out some other content located on the screen, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.